Hey, good morning, everyone. It's good to see everyone this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our pre-meeting. We're now in the hands of our capable city clerk, Ms. Lisa Carroll.
This is the pre-meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, February the 24th. We have approval of minutes from February 18th.
Any issues, anyone? Okay.
Appeals, we have request for waiver of the noise ordinance on March the 7th from 11 a.m. until 3:30 at Broad and Washington Streets. May the 2nd, 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. This is at the corner of Government and Dearborn Street.
Any issues, Councilwoman Ingram?
No issues.
Okay.
Public hearings. Today is the public hearing to consider the proposed conditional use permit for property located at 1356 Government Street, 120 Esverjo Street, and 1356, 1358, and 1360 Contact Street. Public hearing to consider the proposed modification of a previously approved planned unit development for property located at 6151 Marina Drive South. Today's public hearing to consider the application of Favor Residential Care for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to operate a shuttle service. Presentation of petitions and other communication to the council. Walter Moore, H.O. Weaver and Sons, noise ordinance violations in Africatown community. Same with Ramsey Sprague. Coach Marlon Winston, curbside addresses to help emergency responders locate homes faster. Joshua Jones, provide knowledge of resources and potential solutions to violence. Estella Trotta, proper vetting of potential appointees to the Mobile Housing Board. Olivier Charles, thank the MPD for their leadership during the recent on-campus threat at Bishop State.
Mr. President,
Vice.
going up to Coach Marlon Winston on the curbside addresses. I think we have talked about this before, whether or not it's legal to paint the numbers on your curb, and if so, who does it? Because, some neighborhoods have it, some don't. And people have asked me in the past, can we do this? So I think we need to provide some information on these things, whether or not it's something that we ought to try to encourage or not do at all.
I think you are required to have your address conspicuously displayed on the house.
On the house.
The curb, I can tell you as a first responder, anything you can do to help identify that address, because some of them have none. And,
Right.
but anything that would speed up the response time from fire department or police and make sure we're going to the right address.
So it's legal to do, but I think what people are asking for, does the city do this? No, we don't. But can you do it? Like, I think Boy Scouts or somebody used to go around years ago and they would just paint the numbers
I
on
don't
the
think
curb
the city
for
has
you.
ever stopped somebody from painting
No.
a curb with the
Right.
address. I mean,
It's just a matter
to me,
of-
it's a public safety issue. So.
All right.
Mr. President,
Hold on. You finish, Vice?
Yeah, you don't want it to look like a mess. You need to have a stencil or something to make it look right. I mean, that's what you generally see. Somebody will go through the neighborhood and actually do it and make it look, at least legible and nice and kind of consistent throughout.
Okay.
Mr. Penn?
thank you, Mr. President. And I want to join in with my colleague. I do think we need to make sure that our public safety, the MPD, our fire department is able to see, that information, the addresses. I know a lot of our communities, some of our communities don't have curb. So they have to put it on their mailboxes or on the home. One of my concerns is making sure that we have street signs available. I receive phone calls from people and say, hey, we're missing a street sign. And I think that's something that we might have to look at as a city, just from a public safety standpoint, making sure that our street signs are located properly and they're put back up if it was an accident or something occurred, that we kind of check. And I don't know what the process is checking on those things. Is it just from a citizen complaint, or do we actually take moments where we go and make sure those things are in place?
Again, we're indifferent to the curb painting because that is a help to public safety. But I think this is a great opportunity to remind people that they should conspicuously display their address on the house itself. so that when we shine those lights on the house, we know exactly which house we're going to. But it'd be a great opportunity for that. As to your point, not everybody has curbs. I don't think we've ever went out and stopped anybody from painting a curb, but anything that would improve response times is good for public safety.
What about the street signage piece? Are we just waiting for residents to complain that they're missing the street sign because an accident or something occurred? Or is that something that the city has in place that they go verify that we have those
I
street
mean,
signs?
if there's a missing street sign, one that's been knocked over, usually the police will turn in those reports, but 311 would be the right way. I mean, we definitely want to make sure that we replace those signs.
And going back to the house numbers, isn't every homeowner required by law to have a house
Yes.
number? Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Not everybody
Somewhere,
does it. We're not
yes.
out looking and checking and
Right,
trying to, but
right.
it does slow response if you don't know the address. If you can't see the address.
Yes.
Mr. President, I've had success getting neighborhoods to put the numbers on the curb. When they get organized and you can allocate a little discretionary funds to the organization, there are groups that you can pay to come out and they'll do it and they'll do it up nice. So it's a perfect use for discretionary funds, in my opinion.
Madam Clerk?
Ordinance is held over. 64008 is considering the modification of a previously approved PUD located at 580 Providence Park Drive East. 64009, consider rezoning property located at 7211 and 7221 Cottage Hill Road from R1 to R3.
Mr. President,
Yeah, Mr. Woods.
I'm going to ask that we lay this over at least 2 weeks, the 64009. There's some things that I think I need to work with the property owner and then also the neighbors surrounding the property. I think we need to get this one right.
Okay.
CIP resolutions held over. 08176, approved purchase order to Acatus for intersection video detection system. Resolutions held over. 01158, authorized agreement with the OVG Parking to operate and manage Claiborne Street Garage.
President.
Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, I held this over just to make sure I had a full understanding of it. Have some relief that this is a 3-year contract with 2 optional renewals, 1 year at a time. There is I don't think the contract start date was supposed to be the 25th of April. I just think that's just probably a typo. Yeah, so we'll change that. But I'm comfortable enough with it going forward.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, Madam Clerk?
08178, approved purchase order to Empire Truck Sales for 2 dump trucks for Public Services Department. 08182, approved purchase order to LCM Motor Cars for Honda Accord, Chevrolet Traverse, and Jeep Grand Cherokee. 08187, approved purchase order to Stage Right Corporation for staging for Mobile Arena. 08188, 189, 190, and 191 are approving purchase order to Stivers Ford Lincoln. 08196, approved purchase order to Zamboni Company USA for resurfacing machine for Mobile Arena. 09197, reallocate funds from Capital Project Africa Town Welcome Center to Capital Project Africa Town Furniture and Fixtures. 198, 199, and 200 are authorizing contract with Alabama Pool Works for repairs and improvements. 21201, authorized contract with Clark Gear Lathan and Associates for resurfacing tennis court at Copeland Cox Tennis Center.
Mr. President,
Yeah, Vice.
Carlene, is this just one court or are there several in this? Whole side of the road. Is that on the new, these are the older courts? The old courts on the right side? Okay,
All right, Vice.
yeah, that's fine.
21202, authorized contract with Engineered Cooling Services for chiller service and maintenance at various city locations. 21203, authorized contract with Leads Online LLC for forensic equipment, software, and services. 25204, grant a permanent easement to Alabama Power to provide service to Mims Park. 6205, authorize settlement agreement and release of claims. Ordinances being introduced. 64010 is the conditional use permit for property at Government Street, Esposito, and Conti Streets. 64011, consider the proposed modification of PUD, previously approved PUD, for Marina Drive South. Consent resolutions being introduced. 09206, transfer funds from District 6 discretionary account to Connie Hudson Senior Center to assist with Stone Ridge Homeowners Association meeting. 37207 and 208 are recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a retail beer, table wine off-premises only license to Corner Market on Highway 90, and for issuance of a retail beer, table wine off-premises only license to Corner Market on Schillinger Road. 58209 and 210 are authorized removal of weeds and assessing costs for removal of weeds. Repeat, Weedling Group 98 and Weed Group 1675. 6211, amend resolution 601559 adopted December the 30th, 2025 to change the name for the release of claims to Nalette Rio Lano Velasquez. CIP resolutions being introduced. 08212, approve purchase order to Warner's Athletic Construction for artificial turf replacement system for Herndon Sage Park, $1,120,000.
Mr. President. Thank you. I wanted to see, do we have a time frame after this is approved, and what is the process basically for each field? I know we have a lot of people who participate at Sage. Are they going to do it one at a time or all at one time? Anybody here to answer? Yeah. Mhm.
Good morning. I can't give you the timeline right now, but I can get that to you. But we have worked with the entities out there, and we're doing them one at a time so that they can still be able to practice and get their time in. And so we've already worked with them. We just have to figure out the timeline.
Madam Clerk.
09213, 213, transfer funds from Capital Improvement Fund unallocated projects to general fund account for the build out of Mobile Sports Hall of Fame, 500,000.
Mr. President,
Mr. Reynolds.
is this going in the RSA? Or the main entrance down there? Okay. And then this 500,000 is going to cover like the exhibit build out?
Yeah, that's correct. This will be the exhibit. They're also raising private funds for the maintenance of the exhibit. And there's, I think, 300,000 that the county is putting in toward the exhibit as well.
And the operator of it is the Mobile Sports Hall of Fame.
Stephen Clements here. So we've been working with Stephen Clements on this. And so he'll be able to answer a lot of the questions that you may have about the exhibit.
If you don't mind, just give us a general overview.
Absolutely, and I appreciate the time. Thank you, sir. The build out, as you said, will be in the lobby, the Dolphin Street side of the first floor of the RSA Tower. I went to Montgomery several years ago and got together with Dr. Bronner and his group. And because my concern was, being a native Mobilian, I've seen an awful lot of museums and attractions and things that end up being these quagmires of continuous funding and overrun budgets and employees. And so we wanted something that was self-sustaining, didn't have a whole bunch of expense affiliated with it. So Dr. Bronner graciously gave us in perpetuity the use of the lobby area, which is a huge area if you're familiar with it. He's covering the power bill, he's covering the security, he's covering everything. So it'll be open 24 hours a day. It'll be open 365 days a year. It's going to be a free exhibit. As the previous administration and now our current administration has recognized, this is going to be the end of the beautiful new trail that we've built with the Hall of Fame. I was honored to be on the selection committee to pick the artist or the sculptor who did these beautiful things, but it needs to lead somewhere. And this is going to be right at the end of it. And the hope is that one day we'll actually have a mini exhibit in the Maritime Museum and perhaps some busts or things along the way. So when you either end you start on, one's going to lead you to the other. So you get the full benefit of all the funding we spent on our statuaries and the upgrades there. But this is going to be a very interactive. It's not only going to have your typical static displays, but it's going to be covered in huge screens that the 14-year-old boy who's down here visiting and has an interest in sports, he can look at a statue for so long, but when he goes to the end of this thing and finds out, wow, I can just touch the screen and find out, what Satchel Paige did. I mean, you like to see video and the story, and he'll discover, if he's local, he'll discover, hey, he came from my neighborhood. So that's the concept.
And this is where that loop is on the St. Francis
Yes.
Street.
No, well, that's Dolphin
Or is it
Street.
Dolphin Street, okay.
Yes, sir.
But where that loop is, and you walk through those doors, and then it'd be right there.
Right there. The whole thing from end to end. It's a big space.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah, and those preliminary renderings are what I have you there. So, and if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Anyone else?
Well, thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Resolution is being introduced for the first time, 08214. Approved purchase order to Butler Complete Services for storm drainage, vegetation, and debris removal, Kent Road to Scenic Drive, $27,148.90.
Mr. President,
Yeah,
is it possible for us to get, for administration to provide a list of the services that are coming up in the other areas, just for informational purposes? So if we have any other storm drainage, vegetation, and debris removal that has been identified, is it possible for us to have that list so that we can share and know and be able to communicate that with others? Okay, thank you.
08215. Approved purchase orders to Daphne Automotive for Toyota 4Runner and Toyota Camry, $57,057.79. 08216. Approved purchase order to Photokite for 2 drone systems with cases for Gulf Coast Technology Center, $98,006. 08217. Approved purchase order to Long Lewis Ford for Ford Expedition, $58,898.50. 21218, authorized contract with Alabama Pool Works for necessary repairs and improvements to swimming pools at Figures Park and Community Center, $365,875.
Mr. President.
yeah, Penn and Ingram.
Thank you, Mr. President. One, of course, Figures Park, we're excited to see about the pools, but if you go back, we already are approving on 21-198, 21-199, and 21-200 regarding pools. I would ask my colleagues in consideration to let's approve all these pools together today so we can go and move forward. The time is winding down. We're getting, it's going to be, we want to make sure we have these pools ready and prepared for our community. So why not go on and just approve 21-218 together with the rest of the pools?
Why was this one? Any reasoning for why this one was split off?
It was a transfer of funds. The funds were transferred, so it was a little bit of a lag.
So the funds that came from Sage Park Fields, we had some extra funds that was available. And so we just had to transfer those funds. So the money is there to complete this project.
Mr. Reynolds?
I don't have any objection to that. I get it. But I do have a question. These are this is a lot of money. Are these CIP dollars coming out of district CIP funds to pay for all that? They are. Okay, good. What repairs are being made? $365,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of repair.
But the other ones are expensive too.
Yeah.
But yeah, how many pools are you doing over here at
So
Figures?
it would be 2 in my district, and there's 2 others that's on I think 1 in yours, Councilman Gregory.
Well, no, this one, the 365.
That's just one pool at
That's just one
Figures.
pool?
But no, it was 1, and then we have like a little kiddie pool too. So it's 2 pools over there in the area.
Wow.
It's different from some of the other sites. The other
Yeah, it's
sites just-
different. So it's different. Some are repair, some are upgrades that need to happen. We haven't done this in a very long time. So it's our motor systems, it's all of that we're doing. We have a list and we can send that to you so you can know exactly what's being done at each pool.
Oh, yeah, they just like new liners or?
All of that,
All of
yes.
that. So these
Yes,
are
so
gonna
we're
be
going in
pressed
patching
brand
it, all
new
of that, yes,
Again.
yes. We'll send you a list.
So
Is
we
that-
can waive the rules on this one, but
Yeah.
be sure to explain that this all goes together with the other pools.
Yes.
When we do that.
Ms. Ingram?
Does this represent all of the pools that need to be maintained or repaired for this season? Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Madam Clerk?
31-219, amend Resolution 31-1001 adopted July 29, 2025 to change the local match requirements to $1,267,980.
Mr. President,
Yeah, Mr. Reynolds.
this looks like it's an increase of about 400,000, but it doesn't look like the grant amount changed at all. Why are we increasing about 400,000 the match?
Good morning. It is due to the federal government increasing the match. They did increase it from 20% to 40.34%. So that's the reason why.
We found that out after award,
Yes,
or at time of award.
Mhm.
But the original grant application that was put out said 20%
Correct.
match required. We got awarded it, but we got awarded.
right. We had to make the amendment. Correct.
All right, thank you.
37-220, consider the application of favor residential for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to operate a shuttle service. Announcements.
Madam Clerk, going back to Resolution 08-214, being introduced, add me as a sponsor, please.
Okay.
Okay. Any other council members?
Mr. President,
Mr. Penn?
we just had our Trinity Gardens parade. I want to thank my colleagues for joining me. But I just want to really give a shout out to the Public Works. Man, they did an amazing job out there cleaning up the community. If you go and ride through Trinity Garden, you can't even tell it was a parade there. They was up early Sunday morning. I was riding by and they wasn't even just cleaning up just off. I saw them everywhere. It was just so many people. And that just was amazing to see. So shout out to the Public Works team, MPD, fire department, every first responder. Thank you so much for making that happen.
Any other council members? Vice?
We've got a couple of resolutions to waive the rules if everybody agrees, and that's just 08-214 on the storm drain, and then 21-218 that we spoke about on the pools for Figures Park.
All right, anyone else? All right, anything from the administration? Okay. We see each other at 10:30 downstairs. Oh, one more thing. We have some students here from Mobile County Public School System. I believe it's Viger, LaFleur, and also, Baker. Yeah, if y'all would stand, they here this morning, they shadowed the legal department and everything. All right. All right. We'll see each other downstairs at 10:30.
Because every time you say the floor, you should expect a speech from.
Greatest house.